to the Frugal Gardener's homestead. As you can see, things are quite different today. There's a lot going on. We didn't get the foot of snow, but we did get a lot, and we got a lot of ice, which was on top of my homestead hangout hideaway. I just pushed a bunch of it off, but the greenhouse has held up well. Today, I'm going to do two things that I have never done before in the 10 years that I've been posting these videos. Yes, this is my 10th anniversary is coming up. I posted my first video in 2016, and here we are hundreds later, and I'm going to actually do two things that I've never done before. So stick around, because at least one of these things, I'm pretty sure, is going to pique your interest. And I'm going to start with a little catch up, because I told you guys two things. One is that I was going to find a use for this. This was the easiest of the three projects, and it was pretty simple. Actually, inside here are probably 30 packs of seeds or so. And as you all know, you're supposed to keep your seeds dry and cool, and usually in a dark place. So this is perfect. I can probably throw another 20 packs in here and put this someplace, just put it to the side. I can even leave it in here because it's not that warm in here, and it's not going to be. The temperatures are going to be dropping in the single digits every night. It went down to, I think, 7 last night. It's supposed to go down to 0 in a couple of nights. I brought this out so that I could help make better sense of when I show you guys this over here. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here it is. This tells me what the temperature is out here. This is in my house. I have actually 3 of these. On the left is the temperature right now in the greenhouse, which is 32.5 degrees. On the right is temperature in the chicken coop, which is almost 20 degrees. They're probably a little bit uncomfortable, but this is good down to, they're good down to around 0, so they'll probably be fine. And I'm going to go over and check on them later, but that's not what this is about. I'm just trying to catch you guys up on a couple of things that we talked about before. So before I get on to the two new things, there's one other thing that I want to bring you guys up to speed on. So the Epsom salt that I showed you guys, I think it was in the last video, in the beginning. So I have a bit of a confession to make. When I first started using Epsom salt years and years and years ago, I kind of threw it out there like it was confetti. And I have since learned that because of the high magnesium content, that you should be very careful when using this on tomatoes, peppers, and squash. And you actually don't want to put too much of this in your potatoes. So be careful before you just start throwing this stuff around. As you can see, I have it, so I still use it. I'm just more cautious about when I use it and how much of it I use. So that brings you guys up to speed on this container here. I still have 2 other projects to do that I told you guys about in the last video. Now you know about the Epsom salt. I'm going to do a video probably next week on soil testing. And I know we're coming up on February in a couple of days. Before you know it, February is a short month. So before you know it, it's going to be March. It starts getting warmer around here in March, and that's when things are going to start jumping. So there is one other thing that I wanted to get to pretty quick before I went on, and that is something that I forgot to add in the last video, and that is these egg cartons. These egg cartons are great for starters. And I know, again, you're probably saying, this is just January, but before you know it, You don't want to wait until it's time to plant to start your starters. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how I use these. I mean, it's not, hard to figure out, but I'm going to plant a couple of starters in, these are what they call large, but if you can find jumbos, these are the ones that you should use, and I'll go through the whole process. Now, again, the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention now is some people don't eat a lot of eggs. So if you wait until it's time to start your starters, then you may not have any cartons around. This is obviously the 18 pack. Most people buy, a dozen at a time. And if you can save 2 or 3 of these, then you're good to go when the spring hits, or just before spring. So now, I said in the beginning that there are 2 firsts that I'm going to do. And the first one is this. For the first time ever, I'm actually endorsing a product. This is something that was sent to me. I talk to you guys all the time about how I'm not happy with the municipal water. I'm not on city water, but I was for years. I am concerned about the chemicals that are going into the water. I did buy drinking water, even though I have a filtration system, and this was sent to me. So full disclosure, this company, Epic Water, I started using this about a week ago. And, everybody tells you their water is the best, it tastes great, and so forth. So before I even said anything to you guys, I used it for about a week, and I'm real happy with it. Let's put it here like that. This is fogging up out here because I brought this outside. But this water is like super clear. And according to the company, this filtration system filters out over 200 contaminants. I didn't even know that there were 200 contaminants in the water. So basically, I have a link I'm going to add that if you decide that this is something you want, you can get 15% off. So now that kind of segues into my second thing that I've never done before, which is I'm going to test my water in the plants that I grow. Years ago, I listened to a talk show host, a guy by the name of Michael Baisden. They did a test where they actually, he used microwave water on his plants for 3 weeks, I believe it was. And the plant died. And they had another plant, which obviously lived. So I'm not going to recreate that, but I am going to do something similar. That's the reason why you have these 3 containers here. Basically, before I go any further, I'm going to tell you what I did was use what I had, because there are drainage holes in the bottom in here. I use this coffee filter to keep the soil in. So there's coffee filters in the bottom of all these, and then you have the actual soil. So I'm going to use one of these for the water filter that I'm using, my drinking water. This one is going to be the microwave water, and this one is going to be the city or municipal water. I'm going to obviously label these. The Frugal nephew is going to bring me water. He lives in the city. He's going to bring me water, and that's how I'm going to use this third one. So I want to plant something simple in here. Not exactly sure what yet, but I'll update you guys on that in the next video. But out of those 3, I'm going to treat them equally. They are going to get the same amount of sun. They are going to get the same amount of water. And we'll see what happens, because I am curious to see what the difference will be, if any, when I could have used a 4th, which is you know, well water or, you know, rainwater. But I decided not to complicate it. Just keep it simple, keep it down to the 3, and see what happens. So the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was I promised you a salad of sorts of what I harvested from out here to make a salad, and that's where I'm going next. So this is lunch. I finally got around to harvesting the greens from my box garden, which is now inside my high tunnel greenhouse. This is a variety that you guys have been watching me grow over the last couple of months. This is the Siberian kale, and it's down in here, and the red Russian kale, which is these guys over here. I added a couple of tops from my carrots, some carrot tops. I don't see them. They must be in the bottom. And these guys here, this is the watercress that I'm growing in here. I have quite a bit of this. This gets large in the summer, but right now, this will do the trick. All these are superfoods except for the actual lettuce. So I'll boil up a couple of eggs. These eggs are from my chickens. And the only thing that is not from the homestead are these tomatoes because, well, they're out of season. And I do have a couple growing in my hydroponics, but it's going to be another month before those are ready. So you add a couple of eggs and, well, 1 egg and some tomatoes to this. You got yourself a decent salad, a healthy salad. And I should have gotten more of the carrot tops. I think they're mixed in with the red Russian kale. But at any rate, you get the picture. I can go out here in a couple days and do it all over again. So thanks for taking the time to watch, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.